And a glorious Friday evening to you from Mount Horeb, the home of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. It is playoff football. It doesn't feel like it outside, but boy, you can feel it in the air. It's playoff football. I know it's not crisp here tonight, Adam, but a little juice in the air. Adam Ertz joining me here tonight. Brad Richardson, happy to be with you as the Vikings make a push possibly for Camp Randall here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. This is really exciting, as you mentioned. What is it, 65 out tonight? None of that fall crispness. It's camo night, I see in the student section, and they're wearing like all this winter clothes. They're gonna be sweating by halftime here. But fantastic. This program is as geared up as it's been in years to be able to make a deep run. And it's really exciting to be part of the ride here tonight. Yeah,
thank you for joining us here. We're happy just to see you. Had a health scare. Happy to have you along here, and always great working with you.
Thank you.
This team, Adam, you've probably seen a few of their games this year, and I've seen the majority of them. It's a fun team to watch, and we talk about their balance. We've talked about that the last few weeks as we've interviewed Coach St. Arnold. Very unselfish, a very humble team, you could say. No me guys out there, and they just go about, do their business, and they have rattled off conference championship, back-to-back conference championships, first time ever, and then outright champions last week defeating Portage, and been 20 years since they had an outright conference championship.
Yeah, and I'm old enough, I've been around long enough that I remember that one, as well, being here the year of beating Wanakee at home and getting through the Badger Conference unscathed that year. Really an awesome job here the last couple of years by this coaching staff and by the kids for all the hard times that this program had in 2019, 2020, to hang in there, to stay with it. A lot of those younger kids saw the future ahead and saw that they were going to have their opportunity, and this is their chance to put a stamp on this program, get it back where it belongs.
Well, they take on a Stoughton team here tonight. The Vikings are in a 2 seed, and looking at the brackets, I don't think anybody should be too worried about not getting the 1 seed. I think a very favorable path here for the Vikings. They take on Stoughton here tonight, well below 500 overall, 3-6 overall. They are 3-4 in conference play. Of course, the Vikings on top here. Their path for the Vikings lines up pretty well for them. You still have to go out and play the games, but they have to like their first week draw here, Stoughton. Unfortunately for the Stoughton Vikings, they are without 2 of their top players here tonight. Ty Fernholz, their quarterback, and then Margie, their running back. As you can see here at pregame, there is their quarterback. Ty Fernholz, a very good basketball player. Got hurt last week at Sun Prairie East. He is not suited up here tonight. So that's a big loss for Stoughton. Also their top running back, Cale Sarbacher, he's also out. So they're going to lose about 1,000 yards in the air from Fernholz, and 66 carries on the season for Sarbacher. So a team that isn't there record-wise, going to roll out a sophomore quarterback against this Vikings, Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings defense. They have been playing outstanding football this year.
You touched on it briefly here with both teams having the nickname Vikings. That always used to be a conundrum for me in the newspaper writing days. Like, I can't use the nickname the whole way through here. We'll refer to Mount Horeb's Vikings and Mount Horeb Barneveld's Vikings. But you're right. Boy, talk about a tough draw for Stoughton, a team that's kind of limping in off of that waxing last week from Sun Prairie East, and to try to get your energy levels back, knowing that you don't have 2 of your big guns, probably 2 of your heart and soul guys out there. This is one of those games where you just want to step on the neck early when you're MHB. I know that there's been some slow start issues earlier in the year. I feel like that's behind them, but you don't want to get caught looking ahead on this. You just don't want to make a game of it. Not that I think that there's much of a chance of Stoughton pulling this one out, but why give them a chance?
Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings taking on Stoughton here tonight. We're on level 1 of the playoffs. We'll be back and hear from Coach St. Arnold on our Wisco Radio pregame show.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Welcome back to our Wisco Radio pregame show, joined by Vikings head coach Brett St. Arnold. Brett, playoff time. Good to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Yeah, playoff time is always a good time of year.
Well, victorious last week against Stoughton. You guys really played some good football last week. Just talk about wrapping up Seoul Conference Championship and then that game against Portage last week.
Yeah, Portage, I mean, we came out early and did what we needed to do and picked off the first play of the game and went down and scored immediately. Kind of what we wanted to do, what we expected to do. Tried to get our guys out as early as possible, knowing that playoffs are right around the corner. So that was exciting for us to, be able to earn that outright conference championship. But I know I said to Rob this week was you could sense that wasn't enough for the kids. They were excited, of course, but they want more, and that's what this playoffs is about. Hoping to make a run.
Well, we talked about the healthier team, and overall, all things considered, you guys are doing really well. You were cautious last week with your leading tailback, Trent Owens, but then sophomore Owen Primusberger, who's jumped on the scene this year. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown. He's done some nice things. A 100-yard rusher last week, 2 touchdowns for the sophomore.
Owen has been showing flashes all year at the JV level, and we knew that given the opportunity, he would take the most of it. And obviously we wanted to rest Trenton just because of make sure he was ready for playoffs. But Owen gets his chance and he balls out and does what he needs to do as a player. And I wouldn't expect anything less, from the kid. He's really worked his butt off since the offseason started last year. One of the highest numbers in the weight room as far as a freshman, because he was a freshman at that time, putting up. So it wasn't a shock at all. We always knew that he had big play potential, and he showed it last week.
Well, it's playoff time, and I think at times, players can get tight, coaches can get a little tight. I don't know. This team feels like they just kind of take care of their business week in, week out. How's this week been for you preparation-wise?
Preparation-wise has been fantastic. I mean, they've been focused. They've been doing everything that they need to do in practice. It hasn't been any distraction. Everyone knows what's at hand now, right? It's win or go home, and the boys are taking that seriously, especially our seniors, knowing that this is it. When you get this point in the season, if you don't win, it's over. So they know that now. And practice was fluid this week. The boys' energy was up, and they're really excited about going into the first round of playoffs this year. And I know that we're excited, and the fact that we get to host at our beautiful stadium, I'm just really excited about it.
Well, the Vikings with the 2 seed here and taking on Stoughton. A little interesting here. I know in the past they try to keep conference teams apart from each other first round. That's not the case really anymore. No. You faced Stoughton just 2 weeks ago. You played this team. That can definitely work to advantage, but could also be something that you might be concerned with because you just saw them.
Stoughton's a good program. They've got some really good football players, and we have to make sure that we check every box we need to against them. I know that they're going to come up here ready for a fight. Just because they got a 7 seed doesn't mean they're going to lay down. I mean, there was a time in my career we were a 7 seed, came to an opposing 2 seed and won. So, I mean, you have to take that into account that this is postseason and anything can happen, especially if you fall asleep at the wheel. So we make sure that they understand that the seeds are out the window. We don't care about seeds. The fact that we get to host is awesome, but you can't take records. None of that matters anymore. It doesn't matter. Everyone is 0-0, and you have to take it that way. And you have to be purposeful with your practice, purposeful with your preparation, and I think that we've done that. So not taking Stoughton lightly. We know they're a good program, and we know we have to play well.
Well, if the Vikings are victorious tonight, what are the keys that we're going to say, yep, that team played really well tonight?
We have to control the line of scrimmage. They're big up front on both sides of the ball. Empey obviously is their star, containing him on both sides of the football as well. Arguably one of the best defensive linemen in our conference, trying to keep him from causing too much chaos. So if we can control that and control the line of scrimmage and force their hand a little bit, I think that's going to be key for us. Not allowing our guys to get driven downfield, making sure that we are wrapping up and rallying to the football, forcing quick throws out of the quarterback, and just making sure that we, land shark mentality, right? We got to get hats to the football. That's just kind of that's our mantra. That's what we believe in. So if we do those things, we should be just fine.
All right, looking forward to it. Coach St. Arnold, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it, Brad. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank
you.
Head Coach St. Arnold on our Wisco Radio pregame show. Stay tuned for the Vikings right here on Wisco Radio.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes. So contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School football program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld youth football program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
This Wisco Radio broadcast is sponsored by Samuelson Eye Care. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care to schedule an exam today. Kittleson Landscape. Call today for your free landscaping estimate. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Mark Nortman and Associates, Mount Horeb's 5-star First Weber Realtor. Farmers Savings Bank, your Mount Horeb destination for home, farm, land, or business loans. Mount Horeb Chiropractic, state-of-the-art chiropractic services right here in Mount Horeb. And Norsk Golf Club, Mount Horeb's premier 9-hole golf course.
And welcome back to Mount Horeb High School. Brad Richardson, Adam Mertz up in the booth. We got the boys running cameras here tonight. Will Imbus and Jack Goodwin. Appreciate those guys hanging with us here tonight. I don't know, are they in their camouflage as well? I don't think so, but it is camouflage tonight as Adam mentioned. Vikings will be kicking left to right, so Stoughton will receive the ball to start this first half. As we mentioned, Stoughton without 2 of their top offensive players here, quarterback and a running back, are out here for Stoughton. It will be Stoughton getting the ball on the south end zone. Breeze has died down considerably. Hopefully that's not an issue here tonight, as we've got a beautiful night for football. Level 1 WIAA football playoffs underway here. The lights of Mount Horeb. Here's Tranel with the approach, and he's going to kick it deep and past and over the head of the kick returner, and Stoughton will set up shop. First down and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Brad, we were talking off air about Stoughton's uphill climb tonight to get points on the board. I love that MHB starting out on defense here, established field position right away. Nice to get a quick stop and get some momentum going.
This Vikings defense held Stoughton to 14 points just 2 weeks ago. Stoughton did take their opening drive for a score off a trick play, but otherwise MHB holding them in check. Quam, the quarterback, the sophomore quarterback, replacing Fern Holes here tonight. It's a handoff right side and not much doing over there on the right side.
That looked like Drew Primusberger among a host of Vikings getting in on that play early.
The tiniest roster on earth. Hopefully I didn't make anybody mad turning our lights on up here. They'll get over it.
I never had mood lighting for a football game, so I think you're all right.
Gain of 3, second down and 7. Handoff again, right side, and diving up around the 25-yard line, and that's about it for, what did you say that was, Suda? Number 20.
Here's my that'd be my best stab at it there, Brad.
The tiniest roster ever. All good. Third down and a strong 5, we're calling it. Has to get up to the 30-yard line. Opening drive for Stoughton. 2 running plays for their sophomore quarterback. Looks like they'll stay with Quam here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Quam back to pass, 4-man rush. Quam back to pass, he'll throw middle, and it is intercepted at the 46-yard line. Contact up across the 45-yard line. They're going to say incidental, and Ethan Tranel with the INT, number 3 for Tranel.
You know, he had so much time to settle under that. He could have called a fair catch on that thing. It was a lot of guys dropped back in coverage for MHB. The hit on the throw really affected the trajectory there. Yeah, it was a little bit tripping action in there, but it did look like feet tangled, Brad, I will say.
Some incidental there for sure. There was 3 Vikings there on defense. First down and 10, MHB from their own 46-yard line. Here's Helgeson handing off to Owens. Owens gashed Stoughton 2 weeks ago. He was phenomenal. 28 carries, 244 yards, and 8.7 yard per clip. And that's a good sign. He gets 4 yards on his first carry after limited action last week. And they go right back to him. And 2 weeks ago, Adam, Stoughton was stacking the box. Tremendous effort, 244 yards. And they got 8 guys up near the box again. Fake the handoff. Helgeson will throw near side and looking for Buechner. And Buechner would have had a first down. It does fall incomplete. Buechner comes in with 24 receptions on the year, 5 touchdowns through the air.
Nice ability, the flexibility of this MHB offense to be able to put a lot of guys out in pass routes. And there's an example there. I know that Buechner would like that one back. He's going to get some more chances tonight.
Yeah, Casey a little high and low last week to start up, but then settled in nicely. Fake the handoff. Helgeson near side and behind Buechner, so a little off the mark. Opening drive for the Vikings after a 4-yard gain on first down run. 2 consecutive incomplete passes targeting Buechner.
Casey tried to hit him out of the break, and it looked like either it was an early throw or a late break. It was a tough turnaround for Tyler on that one.
Yeah, again, running routes at the sticks, but so a couple potential 3-and-outs here. Watch the MHB Vikings be aggressive here on special teams tonight. And Stoughton's coach electing to get a timeout called. So obviously they weren't happy with that lineup there.
Thinking the same thing that you were, Brad, where you're sitting at midfield on the opening possession of a game that you're expecting to win. You know, 4th and 6. Take your chances here, see what happens. Trust your D. if it doesn't come through.
Yep. And a special shout out here tonight to the MHB Gridiron Club, helping sponsor tonight's broadcast, so it's free of charge for all of our viewers, which is awesome. So thank you very much, MHB Gridiron Club. You are the best. 4th down and 6 right at midfield for Tranel, averaging about 44 yards a punt. He gets a good snap. He's going to roll to his right. Tranel surveys, and he will kick one deep, and it's going to bounce at the 10 and picked up inside the 5-yard line and buried at the 4-yard line. Mason Weaver down on punt coverage, and Tranel buries him inside the 5-yard line.
That's beautiful coverage, and you know, you saw the gears turning there on Tanner Wexley's brain about, should I grab this, should I not? Interesting decision on his part.
Yeah, he was signaling to get away from it and maybe hoping that the Vikings weren't paying attention, but this special teams unit has been fantastic this year. 1st down and 10 at their own 5-yard line. This is not where Stoughton wants to be with their sophomore backup quarterback. See if the Land Sharks of MHB can make him pay. Quam quickly runs up across the 10-yard line, and he gets some breathing room up across maybe near the 12-yard line. So a nice little scamper out of the sophomore, something for MHB to keep an eye on.
It's pursuit by Eli Krantz on the backside there. A little missed tackle at the point of attack.
They'll go trips receivers to the left, one to the right. Quam hands off and near side, and nothing there. Might have lost a half a yard or more. Big shocker there. There's Krantz and company. And if Zach McGuire filling in, those linebackers are dynamic for the Vikings.
Absolutely, and noticed in pregame here that looks like Zach has been able to drop the club that he's been wearing a lot of the season. Always nice to have 2 hands when you're playing football.
1 down, 2 to go. Or actually, 1 down, 1 to go.
Exactly.
Krantz still has his fashionable club. 3rd down and 3. Quam, there's flags, and yeah, this is what you worry being a Stoughton coach, right? You got a sophomore quarterback, a big moment, a very good MHB defense, and false start on Stoughton. So I imagine cadence and those things are just enough different, but 3rd down and 8, we'll call it now, back around the 7 or 8 yard line.
You talk about changing the dynamic on your ability to be unpredictable on this play call too, Brad. That's a big difference, going from 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8.
They'll go 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, single back. Here's Quam back to pass, setting up a screen. He's going to in the middle, and it is blown up by Elijah Krantz. Welcome to the party, number 5. Not being fooled by that screenplay, and they are going to bury him back at the 3.
How awesome was that anticipation, huh? It set up pretty well in many ways. A little obvious of coming out of it, but there weren't many guys sitting in that space for MHB, and he just blew through about 3 white jerseys to make that tackle.
3 potential blockers there, leading the team in tackles, and you can see why. Here's Beekner back at the Stoughton 40, 38-yard line, we'll call it. Here's a punt, going to be returnable. Beekner near side, 35-30. Makes a cut and sideline up around to the 25-yard line. Outstanding starting field position here for MHB drive number 2.
I know you didn't want the 3 and out on the first drive, but talk about pinning them deep, making them pay here, stopping them, and getting MHB in prime scoring position.
Well, I think if you're MHB that first drive, right, Tio was so effective in that game 2 weeks ago, stacking the box. That passing game, I think, is going to be there, and they had some wide open receivers. We'll see if they can convert here. Here's Owens up the middle. Owens up near the 20-yard line and gashing Stoughton defense again. He's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first down on a first down run.
Well, you like that leg power. He churned with that defender on his back for a good 4 or 5 yards. I'd be charging a baggage fee if I were him.
They will run to the left all night long. McNally and Leibfried. Here's Owens, first down inside the 14-yard line. Owens driving for more and getting around the 13. It's a first down and 10 MHB. Needed 2, got 6 right up the middle. Yeah, they do not have to be fancy. They're not a trick play team at all, other than their extra point situations, but otherwise they are. Hat on hat. Here's Owens, right side, inside the 10, and he drives inside the 7-yard line.
You know, to your point, Brad, start out on that first drive on MHB. They're looking for the short, quick hit passes to the outside, try to open things up a little bit. They come right back at you and play with the different hand and just try to punch it in between the tackles here.
Vikings can get a first down inside the 3 or so. Helgeson will shuffle Owens to the right. Here's Owens up the middle inside the 5-yard line, and Owens will have a 1st and goal for MHB.
You just watch a little bit of the body language out there. This is an all business MHB team tonight here. They just look confident and poised.
5 more yards for T.O. 1st and goal at the 2. Here's Helgeson and Owens in the backfield. Handoff. T.O. up the middle. Fighting T.O. trying to find that goal line. And they're going to say not quite yet. 2nd and goal inside the 1 upcoming. See if maybe they work the left side with Leibfried and McNally. McNally playing with a dinged up knee, but he's going to obviously make a go of it. Here's MHB quick to line. They will do this. Here's Helgeson. The handoff. Owens. Left side. Touchdown, Vikings.
Owens is carried. Touchdown, Mount Horeb.
Just a beautiful power block there by Leibfried. You see on the replay that pops up. Just encapsulated his assignment, took him into the end zone, and it was a nice waltz for Owens right behind him.
5:27 to go here, opening quarter, a 6-play, 27-yard drive. As the defense put them in great starting field position, 2 3-and-outs for Stoughton, and the Vikings will look to kick the extra points here. Tranel on the year, 23 out of 26. Struggled at Portage last week, but it was a little breezy up there in Portage. Here's the kick up, and it's good. 7-0 MHB over the visiting Stoughton Vikings.
Always love to give the holder a shout when you get a chance. Gavin Rick with a nice pick on that one, on the extra point.
Here's a replay of that. As Adam said, just power football. And the way that MHB has started this game, it's going to be a long, long night for Stoughton. It proved to be true 2 weeks ago in a thrashing. And Stoughton undermanned here tonight. Find themselves down 7-0, which has been rare for this MHB team. You know, this is a team that lost 1 game to an undefeated Monroe team. And it seems like every single week somebody goes down and scores on them early on. Stoughton did that 2 weeks ago. But not the case here tonight.
Yeah, a little rope-a-dope going on there, maybe.
Yeah, maybe they just, you know, some of those fighters, not me, but they like to take that first punch and then they're ready to go. So maybe that's like the boxer, right?
You got to give a lot of credit to the coaching adjustments on that too, feeling out the other team, seeing what they're trying to do, and making those adjustments that you need to do, and they've happened quick, like you've said. It's been a lot of early scores, but then not much afterward.
Yep. Yeah, again, they held Stoughton. They were at full strength 2 weeks ago. They held them to 14 points after an opening drive touchdown. So here's Tranel again, and he will kick it deep, and this one's going to grow into the end zone. And again, pretty much no wind here. It was a bit breezy here today. I was wondering how it was going to shape out here tonight, but we're not seeing any movement on the flags on those goalposts.
Yeah, which is great news if you want to throw the ball around a little bit. Talk about this is basically September conditions out here. Feeling comfortable, getting those muscles nice and loose. Hands are nice and receptive to the ball. I like the odds of being able to toss it around tonight if you want to.
Stoughton back at their 20-yard line. This is their third drive. They have yet to get a first down. Here's Quam rolling to his right. He's going to survey, throws, and it is almost intercepted. Zach McGuire without the club. Can't haul that one. He's had his hands on a lot of balls here this year. And it does fall incomplete, and that looked like well covered out of the Vikings.
The fantastic defense on that. They read that well.
Yep.
Watched the rollout, and again, 3 jerseys in the vicinity of that ball.
Vikings are pretty happy just rushing 3 or 4. This front's been outstanding for the Vikings. Quam, he'll throw a right side slant pattern and dragging up near the 30-yard line. Good extra effort out of that. And that's one of their main receivers, LaShawn Brown. 6'1", 170 sophomore. And they'll put him up near the 29-yard line, gaining 9. Pretty well covered, and a good extra effort got through that initial grass. 3rd down and 1. Stoughton goes heavy. Quam under center, handoff, first man through. He is stopped short of the line of gain. They're going to say no gain. Had to get past the 30. And did that ball pop out late too? I'm guessing they're going to say he was down, but I guess we'll see. I don't know. They're the Land Sharks are indicating that it's their football. That'd be turnover number 2. There's conversation happening. And they're going to measure. So I guess he got a little bit closer than I expected. I guess we'll find out.
There's that handoff to the up back there, the oversized up back, Griffin Empey, 271 pounds of him.
Yeah, starting defensive end. And Stoughton is short by about 4 inches. And they're going to act like they're going to go for it here. This could be, if they don't get it, and the Vikings have proven they can stop on short yardage situations. 4th down and 1. And Quam under center. And bobbled the handoff, and we're going to see where they're at. Boy, this is going to be close. Not a clean play, but might have enough, barely, for that first down. I mean, by inches, and that looked like a potential disaster for Stoughton, but somehow, see if we can see it on this angle. Maybe not, but yeah, Quam kind of,
jeez.
I don't know if he ever actually had that clean, but a first down run nonetheless. Quam rolling to his right. He throws sideline and can't find the underneath man. Looking that time far side for Joe Whalen. I've never seen a roster like this, Adam. I've been doing this for 20 years. You've been doing it a long time too. It's like, give us something.
Yeah, you know, when not even the readers really give you that great a look at the roster, you know,
I couldn't even blow it
that
up.
point size is a little small.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right again for Quam. Fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper left side, and a flag comes in. He's dropped up around the 31-yard line. Not much running room there with Krantz and company. Beekner, of course, getting his nose in all the action, and it's going to be a hold on Stoughton. And I think you move him back, right, Adam?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, take the yardage here, make them earn it. They haven't shown that they can move the ball consistently.
A 7-0 MHB lead. They took drive number 2, just 27 yards and 6 plays. Trenton Owens touchdown from 1 yard out. And going to move us all the way back to the 18-yard line, I guess. So losing about 12, 2nd down and 22. Around there. 4 receivers again for Quam. 3 to the right, left, 1 to the right. Here's Quam being chased to his left. And he is taken down by Krantz. You cannot hesitate against number 5.
And you could read that too, Brad. Hesitate's exactly the right word. Thought maybe he had a little more time to turn and set up or turn up field, and wasn't sure exactly which one of those options he wanted to choose, and paid for it.
Losing about 6, 3rd and 28 upcoming. I don't know if there's any basketball coaches watching, but they're probably happy with that breakdown that Krantz just had. Outstanding. 3rd down and 28. Here's Quam rolling to his right again under pressure. He's going to throw middle, and it is broken up. LJ and company in the vicinity. There's 3 Vikings again. Tranel, LJ, and Brooks Pernot.
Yeah, just really well executed bracketed coverage there on LaShawn Brown.
And Quam is really not having a whole lot of time. He's thrown multiple times into double and triple coverage, and these Vikings might have a chance to get really good starting field position again. Punter stands at his own 1-yard line and gets off a high rotating punt, and Beekner will fair catch with a little grass in front of him, but great starting field position up around the 43-yard line. WIAA Level 1 football tonight brought to you in part by Kittleson Landscape Incorporated and by First Weber Realtors, Mark Nortman and Associates, and Farmers Savings Bank. Handoff, Owens up the middle, inside the 38-yard line, and just gashing Stoughton on every attempt.
You know, I know that Brett likes to throw it around a little bit, but in a game like this, with the way things are going, marching down the field, turning that clock, this is a pretty good way to go about things early on against a team that you should be able to take care of business on.
Yeah, they really have leaned on this running game this year. And I think Stoughton was cheating. Actually, they're going to say false start on.
Wow.
But I thought they were actually in the neutral zone. But
yeah, I saw the same thing.
They
that
were
you did
doing
there.
a lot of moving, but well, I'm not sure if you're Stoughton, you actually want to be accepting too many penalties here tonight. You're just going to give them extra opportunities. Second down and 9, we'll call it. Helgeson, the junior quarterback from Barneveld. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. He'll throw. Has a receiver across the 35-yard line. Close to that first down marker. There's LJ getting involved early, which is great to see. Landon coming in with 42 receptions on the year, 709 yards, 5 touchdowns for the junior.
With the accuracy on that throw, there was a tight spot that he had to get it into. Put it right on the hands.
It's been a nice connection this year. All these guys playing both ways, but there are some dynamic players on this field for MHB. They go about their business. Kind of a lunch pail mentality, right? Here's the handoff up the middle, and Owens is undercut a little bit and couldn't get his traction. A 4th down coming up. I think there's no doubt what they're going to do right now. 4th down and 2, I guess no gain at the 35-yard line. Yeah, if you're Stoughton, you have to watch Helgeson here in this moment, faking that handoff. You got lots of options to get this 4th down and 2 to go. Helgeson and his offense look to the sideline. Shuffle their formation a bit. Handoff, Owens, why not? Owens trying to find the corner, and he's going to be...
Did he turn upfield enough?
Up across the 35-yard line, and I think they're going to say...
Not giving him a mark.
Not a very generous spot. And they're not going to measure. And a turnover on downs, yeah. Easy for us to say, but Thought maybe if he could cut that inside, he might have a chance, but
that was my first read on that, Brad, was he had that opening early and tried to make a little bit more out of it than what was there.
Under a minute to go here, opening quarter might be the final play. Quam hands off, left side, makes a cut, and he is thumped up across the 36-yard line. McGuire in there.
It's one of those hits you could feel up here, Brad.
Yeah. Yeah, those linebackers really do a great job. 22 seconds here. I guess we'll maybe get another run at this thing. Second down and 3. Quam hesitates left side, and he is met at the 35-yard line. Converging on the play. That was Carson Escalona.
Might have been some unintentional deception there, Brad.
Yes.
It looked like a broken play, and he was almost able to turn that upfield. Did not work out in his favor.
All right, we'll take a break here. Vikings leading 7-0, heading to the second quarter right here on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
And welcome back to Mount Horeb High School's 3rd down and 8 play goes nowhere. Inside the 30-yard line, Land Sharks at it again. 4 or 5 players at the ball. No chance for that play. Looked like they might have been setting up maybe a double handoff there, but was not executed very well at all. They lose about 8. 4th and 16 to go.
Nice read there by Drew Primesberger.
Yeah, nice to see Drew back last week. He was dealing with a knee ailments for a good portion of the season. Beekner at his own 42-yard line. Here's the snap, and it's a wobbler near side, and the Vikings are going to get tremendous starting field position inside the Stoughton 39-yard line again, the 3rd time starting on the purple side of the ball.
But great penetration there by Mason Weaver, getting that peripheral vision of the punter, Stoughton punter, and he rushed that thing, came off the side of his foot.
Stoughton Park is now at 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Mount Horeb Barneveld.
First down and 10, Vikings from their own 30, from the Stoughton 38-yard line. Helgeson's going to throw deep, has a receiver, Primesberger, and can't bring it in. Had some separation. He was working on Joe Wallen. And it falls incomplete, so the Vikings going for a gut punch there. Looked like a good throw, and Primesberger might have had a chance, but the sophomore couldn't bring it in. Yeah, Helgeson gave him a chance. 2nd down and 10 now at the Stoughton 38-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and flags come in. Vikings not...
False start is called against Mount Horeb Barneveld.
They just don't like playing ahead early, I guess. They look so dominant and then kind of sputtered here.
Yeah, it's just a good reminder that when little things aren't buttoned down, it can really stymie a drive and stymie the momentum of a game. You're only up 7-0 at this point. You've been in absolute control, but not a lot to show for it yet.
Second down and 15 now. And Helgeson back to pass, setting up the screen near side. It's intercepted. He underthrew it. Far side. And going to be across midfield. INT, which we have not seen Helgeson throw a ball like that. That was Michael Turner, the 6'4", 205 senior, just got a gift.
Yeah, he just did not see him there. Had the play set up pretty well in front. That was the one guy that was in between Casey and the receiver. No, that's it was a nice little drop, I will say, if you look at that in the replay.
I think they were probably, that's a scouting play there, I imagine. They just dropped their defensive end. So credit then for recognizing that. Otherwise, those screens have been going for big chunks of yards this year. And Stoughton gets a turnover on the Vikings. And at the MHB 49-yard line, Qualm's going to throw near side, and it is batted down, incomplete. Ethan Tranel with good coverage, and you're always a little worried about those underthrown balls. And a lot of times you'll see penalties called with those receivers come back, but both players and Tranel doing a great job of playing that one.
Yeah, he did a really good job of recognition. That thing was underthrown, like you said, and Tranel had his head down as he was running. He thought maybe even follow it through there, but he did pull himself back up and make a really nice play on that ball.
Qualm threw a pretty good ball, but had to come back for it. Run up the middle and getting up around the 42, maybe the 42-yard line. So a manageable third down upcoming. Maybe a third and maybe 4 yards, I guess. I thought it was closer to 3, but third down. Third and 4. Long 3. Up around the 42-yard line. Three backs in the backfield. They go heavy, and Beekner meets him in the hole, able to squirt through and get extra yardage on the effort. The far judge, the official, has him at the 40, so progress stopped at the 40. Fourth down and 1 to go.
That was a nice late twist there by Sudeth.
Yeah, Beekner
giving them a chance here on 4th and 1.
A nice job of taking on blockers. Fourth down and 1 at the 40. Stoughton goes heavy again. Two fullbacks, the tailback handoff, first man through, and it's going to be enough for a Stoughton first down. Well, Stoughton's doing everything possible to stay within reach here. This thing was looking to get ugly. The Vikings have had the ball 3 times to start inside the Stoughton 50-yard line. And barely a first down, but was enough. Just 7 points to show for their good early season or early game effort here. And Stoughton's got a first down.
Really curious to see what Stoughton decides to do offensively. It seems like they've been cycling through a couple of different looks and not feeling really comfortable with either of them. The power has been, I think, their most effective tool.
And they go back to it. Two fullbacks, tailback is Suda. Quam back to pass, actually quarterback keeper maybe. He's going to run right side. He's taken down. Mason Weaver from the backside. A flag came in late. Came in late. And it might be holding on Stoughton.
Well, the officials figured that out. What backside pursuit was that by Mason Weaver? Really got to see him open up the wheels, and he came and caught that QB from behind easily.
Yeah, he's not your prototypical size-wise defensive end, but he has played some outstanding football, and he's in on a lot of plays. Here's a replay of that. It's a quarterback keeper, I think, all the way. They call the hold on 61, I believe. You're late. Or it must have happened before that.
Yeah, I was kind of confused by that flag, but that's one of those you just nod along and take it if you're
it had to have been actually in the backfield for as far back as they're moving it.
True, good point.
So, of course, in high school, which I rant on all the time, it's a spot foul, which I don't know why they do that. But anyway.
Seems punitive.
First down and a 25-ish back around the 46-yard line. Quam back to pass. He's going to throw deep and overshot. Intended receiver Brown. He was double covered again, which is a common theme. And second in a bunch coming up.
I think MHB has made it abundantly clear that they're not going to let Brown beat them on the backside tonight if they can do anything about it.
No, they've got a shadow on him, and we've seen several times 2 and 3 guys around the football that they're trying to pass to. So 8:33 to go here in this first half. Stoughton is hanging in here. 7-0 MHB lead. Second down and 25. Flag came in. And offsides on MHB. So not the cleanest first half.
Yeah, that's just something you don't want to see as a defensive coach in a situation like this. 2nd and 25. Don't give them any free yardage.
Yeah, it looked like it was Mason Weaver who was offsides, the near defensive end. Pretty much going 3 down linemen. Quam back to pass, gets through the initial rush. Quam up the middle, and he's popped up to the 35-yard line. Tyler Beekner, the senior. Yeah, the defensive line was a bit surprised there. Weren't ready for it, but a big gain for Quam. Getting 14 yards, a 3rd down and 6 or so, we'll call it. Maybe closer to 7.
It's good recognition, and you saw that there was no hesitation by him on that play as opposed to some of these earlier runs that he's been called for.
Yeah, not very often you're going to get by the combination of Krantz and McGuire. 3rd down and 7, we'll call it. Quam back to pass. Feels the pressure, rolling to his right, and it is that caught? A nice catch near side, up around the 26-yard line. There's a flag on the play, and it's holding on Stoughton.
That flag did not come in immediately.
Yep.
I think that everyone on the in the MHB crowd here and obviously on the sideline saw that push in the back.
Yeah. I know Coach St. Arnold is very happy that he's seen this holding call here. He was telling me their tackles are very handsy. And that's not a compliment. Not a compliment. See the replay here. Oh yeah, they're going to get 72, I think, with the hold, which didn't seem like much, but no one in this press box is complaining on this side anyway. All the way back to the 46-yard line, 3rd and 10 to go. They're calling it 24. Quam back to pass, rolls to his left, surveys, he'll throw middle high and tip, intercepted by Tranel. Boy, he had green grass in front of him, but he gets the INT nonetheless. INT number 2 tonight, INT number 4 overall.
It's great heads-up play in the backside of the secondary. Like Brown got his left hand on that ball, and anytime that happens, where he did that, kind of in the seam there, and that ball goes up in the air, you got to figure that that's going to be trouble.
Boy, Tranel had some room to run here near side. That could have been a pick 6, but Vikings will take it. Their defense holds again. Ball at the 30-yard line, leading 7-0. 7 minutes ago here, opening half. Here's Owens up the middle, and there you go, 4 more yards for T.O. and some scuffling. And there is no doubt in my mind who was going to come out the bottom of the pile from the MHB Vikings. That would be Tyler Beekner every single time. One of my favorite Vikings. He was, he and I think number 4, number 7 for Stoughton. They looked like they were grappling out there. I awarded 2 points for the takedown.
I was going to say, yeah, I didn't know how you scored that one.
Yep. And unsportsmanlike on. So even Steven on the grapple, which, you know, I'm actually okay with. See the replay here. Nice run by Owens. The backside here. Here's Beekner, and And, oh, yeah, that was 2-point takedown. Looking for near fall points, but didn't get them. I do announce a lot of wrestling over the winter, so get back in that mode, I guess. He is one of the toughest kids pound for pound that you will see in the state. He's fun to watch, high energy. One of the defensive leaders, does some great things offensively. You saw him there doing the dirty work, right? Doing the dirty work.
Yeah, there's maybe personal bias, but I have a real affection for little guys who like to scrap.
Yeah, I'm okay. I think it's a fair offsetting foul.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. That's one of those, the officials just want to shut that kind of stuff down here too.
Yeah, all good, all good. Second down and 6, we'll call it. They'll run the clock under 7 minutes. A 7-0 MHB lead. It feels like they've dominated this game, but they don't have the points to prove it. Second down and 6. Helgeson and Owens in the backfield. Handoff. T.O. left side. 35-40 near side. 45 up around the 48-yard line. Good vision, good patience. And that's a first down run out of the junior running back.
You hit on what I was going to say, Brad. The patience there was just really impressive. Waited, went.
They went heavy left side and a nice, and there was a late flag. Boy.
I did not see that one in real time here, Brad.
I did not either. I mean, that had to have been up around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it was right around the stick.
Second down, 11. Back at the 29. Helgeson back to pass. Going to roll to his right. He's going to throw, looking for Beekner. Overshot him. And third down and long coming up. A little bit out of sorts here. They had a nice big play, and we've seen that a little bit this year. They've had some big plays called back with some infractions, but we'll see what they elect to do here. I don't know, I hate to say they're hanging on to the 7-point lead, but it kind of feels like they're just kind of hanging on right now.
Yeah, you know, it just have not been able to get on track and get things flowing tonight here. The penalties in the last couple of drives have been problematic.
Third down and 11. Stoughton is hanging in there. Helgeson, the 4 receivers to work with. Back to pass, Helgeson. Surveys, he's going to throw deep, looking for Elstad, the 40, 30, Elstad inside the 21-yard line. First down and 10, Vikings at the 20. What a throw, what a catch.
Now that's the kind of spark play that you need out of a game like this tonight. Just a beautiful throw, giving Landon just amount of time to get himself under that and make the play on the ball. And that, I would say that's also the definition there of a shoestring tackle, Brad.
Absolutely. Yes, it was. Great catch over the shoulder. Chris Keel coming in there for support. First down and 10. Vikings on the march at the 20-yard line. Handoff Owens trying to find the corner. He does. The cut inside the 16-yard line up around the 15-yard line. And there's Tyler Beekner mixing it up again. I tell you what, Adam, if nothing else, you get your money's worth watching him play. A nice little 7-yard gain on first down for Owens.
You know, that's something about football that you don't get from a lot of other sports is the beauty of watching away from the ball every once in a while.
Absolutely.
And just seeing some of the action.
Second down and 3. This would be a nice drive to cap off with a score. Handoff Owens, pressure in the backfield, and he is going to be taken down at the 15-yard line. Pressure up the middle, and had really no chance. Loses a couple. 3rd and 5 coming up.
That was Turner again, who had the interception earlier, just making a really nice play to get in and disrupt that play right from the start.
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 play upcoming. Boy, he was going to have some room to run there, but initial penetration stopped that short. Imagine 4-down territory here for the Vikings, the way their defense has been playing. They're looking to keep this drive alive. Helgeson fakes a handoff. He'll throw near side up inside the 10-yard line. A cut up around the 5-yard line. That's a first down. Vikings. Tyler Buechner with the 1st and goal for MHB.
How about that recognition of where the sticks were? He was going to wind up being a yard or two short there, Brad, and he bent himself backwards to lean forward.
Helgeson getting time. Threw a dart to Buechner. You're right. He got an extra 3 yards on that. 1st and goal, Vikings at the 5, trying to punch this one, take a 2-score lead. Helgeson with his running back tandem in the backfield. It's Owens, and he is gang tackled up around the 4-yard line. So great job by Stoughton on the pursuit there. Modest gain, 2nd and goal at the 4. Yeah, this is the area where you're going to look for Tranel sort of play. Chris Keel, been good around the goal line. Buechner, I mean, you've got some weapons here. Owens can run it. That's why this team is so fun to watch. They're so balanced.
Absolutely.
You cannot key on one thing. Here's Keel and Elstad near side. Tranel to the right. Owens shuffles to Helgeson's right. Handoff up the middle. The pile moves. And it's going to be inside and around the 2-yard line, maybe the 3. And 3rd and goal coming up.
Nice opportunity for the O-line to get in on the action there. A little rugby scrum going on. Get their boy an extra yard.
Yeah, Stoughton defender did a really good job of going low initially on Owens to help prevent any further gain. Up around the 3-yard line, we'll call it. 3rd and goal at the 3. Definitely 4-down territory, I'm imagining, here for the Vikings. They want a touchdown. 3 minutes to roll. Helgeson, handoff. Fake the handoff. Helgeson's going to roll it to his right. He surveys. He dumps it down low and incomplete. Looking for Buechner. And another flag came in. Boy, we've seen a lot of flags here tonight, and this might be on the Vikings of MHB. A hold at the goal line.
Oh, that would be really costly.
Ineligible man downfield is what they're going to. Wow. Okay.
How often you see that from the 3-yard line?
From the 3, I didn't think you could actually do that.
Seriously.
Wasn't it 5 yards?
Yeah, that was my take on the. That was my interpretation of the rule.
So, give him more room, I guess. 3rd and goal. If you're Stoughton, why don't you decline that? Bring it 4th down.
Yeah, seriously.
This might come back to bite him. Helgeson back to pass on the 3rd and goal from the 8. He'll throw. End zone. Incomplete. 4th down upcoming. I think if you're MHB, you're probably thinking, going to go for it again here, right? Not settling for a field goal. MHB will have the ball to start the 2nd half, so that's important.
Yeah, you've got 2:44 left. You got 2 timeouts?
3.
All 3.
Yep, so if you don't get it, you bury Stoughton. They haven't been able to move the ball. You've got 3 timeouts. You get the ball back. They did that successfully a couple times this year. Used those timeouts and marched down the field. Got some scores late in these halves. And a lot of football left for this high-flying and potent MHB offense. 2:44 to go here as they attend to down Stoughton Viking. I want to thank our many sponsors. Of course, Mount Horeb Utilities, one of them, carrying us throughout the year. The Norse Golf Club always has a game on out there. Appreciate that. Thank you all to your support of Wisco Radio. We so much enjoy covering our Vikings. It's a lot of fun when they win conference championships too, but you know, we're with them, win or lose, and it's so much fun to be around this winning program. Adam, you and I were talking before the game, and from an outsider's view, just how good of a culture they've built here with this Vikings program.
Yeah, it's amazing, and you know, I've been in conversations lately with Colleen Nesheim about the re-engagement in Cody Lundquist at the high school about the kind of the re-engagement of the community after COVID. Kind of took everyone out of the loop for a little while. 1,700 people were here for that homecoming game. That's really impressive and a great crowd tonight.
They go for the field goal, 25 yards, and Tranel. The officials weren't ready, but the guy who put it down it is good from 25 yards out. As the Vikings go up 2 scores, 2:39 left to go.
I want to see the exit velocity and the launch angle on that one.
Where's our baseball broadcast analytics? And boy, that was a rocket. And the officials weren't quite ready for play, but they put it down, snapped it in. Tranel from 25 yards out. Good to see him.
You know, I'm with you in that I was.
And of course, a big shout out here tonight to the Gridiron Club. They are helping fund our broadcast here tonight to keep this broadcast free for you, as the WIAA does charge for playoff games. A really big shout out to MHB Gridiron Club. They've been a great sponsor and a great partner for all the years that we've been doing this. So another big shout out to the Gridiron Club.
You're talking about the culture that's built around this program. Big tip of the hat to that crew for really getting and keeping this program where it's at today.
MHB with 3 timeouts left, so you got to figure they're going to try to pin Stoughton deep. Watch the fake in this situation too, Adam. And Tranel will drive it towards the end zone, near side, driving up the up man, and in the end zone. Yeah, we are not done yet tonight, Adam. This special teams unit will they will definitely take some chances. They did that 2 weeks ago against Stoughton.
It almost sounded like a called shot there, Brad.
Well, yeah, you just watch them enough, you kind of know what they want to do. So Stoughton knows that as well. So I'm not giving them trade secrets. 10-0 here, MHB holding on to a 2-score lead, which is pretty big. 3 timeouts left here. Stoughton with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw in the flat left side. And up around the 20-yard line, sideline, and pushed out of bounds. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds up across the 25-yard line. As Stoughton is quick to the line. They're going to say it around the 27-yard line. We'll give him 7. Second down. Actually, 2nd and 4-ish. Somewhere around there. Quam back to pass. He's going to throw near side. That's low. And can't connect with his intended receiver here. Near side to Brown. A 3rd and long 4 coming up.
Brad, that first play had me a little nervous there for a second.
Yes. You're not alone.
Mason Margie almost turned the corner on that one. And
so interesting here, Adam. So an out-of-bounds play, an incomplete pass, stops the clock, 2:28 to go. MHB with 3 timeouts left. A 3rd down and 4 upcoming for the sophomore quarterback. Back to pass, gonna run up the middle, has a 1st down again. So that's been a bright spot for Stoughton offense here, has been the sophomore quarterback running. And now all that clock management means more to Stoughton than it does to MHB. Gain of 7, Quam back to pass. He's going to throw near side, and it is intercepted by Landon Elstead. What a play. Let's take a look at this one. Interception number 3 on the night for the Land Sharks, and LJ made the best cut ever on this ball. Watch this one. Meet you at the football, almost dropped it, reeled it in, a clean catch, even through the catch.
How about that?
NFL would like that one.
Absolutely. Man, and you look at the contact that he initiated on that play, coming in right at the right time. That Stoughton receiver is still down, and he had quite an edge physically on LJ. He put his nose in there and kept his eyes on that ball and hauled it in. Massive play here, Brad, as we're talking about here with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this half.
That's INT number 3 for number 12. He had a big catch to set up their last scoring drive. And they have picked off Quam 3 times here tonight, 2 by Tranel and 1 by LJ.
I know that's a big focus when you're a kid with that kind of talent too, is translating that into big plays that change games. And he's had 2 of them here tonight. Like you said, the long haul to get this offense finally sparked, and now this one to put them in position to tack onto that 10-0 lead.
All 3 timeouts left, 2:10 left on this first quarter clock, and this will be drive number 4 starting inside the Stoughton 50-yard line. And Stoughton already shorthanded here tonight. They're hanging in here with this second-seeded MHB outright conference champions of the Badgers Small. They have turned the ball over 3 times here tonight on interceptions. MHB 10 points to show for it. And we will take a break here as they attend to this Stoughton player. 10-0 Vikings here on Wisco Radio.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
And back here at Viking Stadium, home of the MHB Vikings, leading 10-0 at home over visiting Stoughton, the 2 seed versus the 7 seed. First down and 10 at the 45 of Stoughton for MHB. Helgeson back to pass. Surveys. Going to set and hit around the helmet. He's going to run and throw and misses Tranel, but that's going to be a face mask call here right in front of the head official. So good job by Helgeson of continuing that play. Okay, so a face mask and another hold. So the officials are keying in on the hold here tonight. So fortunately we don't know, and that was a hold there. Yep. Saw that one. All that for nothing. Just wash that from your memory. Just nothing good happened there. 2:01 to go, 3 timeouts remaining. First half, a 10-0 lead here for MHB. Looking for more. Helgeson gets a low snap, back to pass. He'll throw sideline, and there's LJ. Nothing wrong with that play. Stops the clock. It'll move. That's second down marker up around the 41-yard line. They worked us quite a bit last week with LJ to get him going a little bit. He caught a big pass earlier. Second down and 6. 3 receivers to the right, wide side of Helgeson. Keel to his left. Helgeson, the screen, right side for Beekner. Beekner trying to find the corner. He does, up around the 40-yard line, fighting for the extra yard, up around the 38-yard line. Stays in bounds. He gets 3. Third down and 3. Clock runs here with 1:38, but not in a hurry. They've got 3 timeouts. They get the ball to start the second half. Try to get a first down here. The clock will stop momentarily. Third down and 3. Helgeson back to pass. Surveys. He's going to throw deep, looking for Keel near side, and almost a one-handed catch. A lot of hand fighting going on near the goal line, and 4th down upcoming. That would have been a pretty special reception out of the sophomore. I think Helgeson had what he wanted. A little bit underthrown, I guess, but
Yeah, just trying to put it up and let Chris Michael play.
4th and 3. Vikings looking like they might want to go for it here. They've been effective at drawing the defenses off sides. We'll see what they do here. 4th and 3. Helgeson back to pass. He's going to throw middle, and miscommunication with he and Elstead, and the Vikings do go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, it looked like Helgeson wanted to get the ball out of his hand fast and was looking for an in-cut by LJ, who is turning more upfield.
Kind of an interesting situation here, Adam. This MHB team blew out Stoughton 2 weeks ago, and you can feel like they want to score a lot of points here tonight, but they're just off a little bit here tonight. First down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Whistles on the play. Boy, this is a
lot of laundry tonight.
A flag-filled first half.
Yeah, I think you raise a good point on that last comment, Brad, about trying to score all at once and maybe not being as locked down as you should be, making the little things work and putting solid drives together.
First down and 15 back at their own 33-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the sophomore quarterback, Quam. Back to pass, feeling the pressure, drops the ball and picks it up. So I don't know if must have been a fumble, right?
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
So an incomplete pass would have stopped the clock, but the Vikings do call a timeout here. Ball will be marked inside the 30-yard line. So I think on the fumble, going to lose 4. Stoughton, did they really call a timeout?
That's curious at best.
At best.
That was just a great individual effort there by Primusberger. Just put on the old bull rush. Collapse that pocket.
So MHB still with 3 timeouts left here, with Stoughton calling a timeout. Broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Samuelson Eye Care here in Mount Horeb. And Mount Horeb Chiropractic, Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic. His son Will, one of the main defensive players, plays on a defensive line, the nose tackle. If that's even still a thing anymore, I don't know if basketball's moved to a positionless, right? Football's kind of going that direction too. But second down and 19 after the timeout. Quam's going to step up and run. It's been effective. Quam gets up around the 35-yard line, and that time the linebacking core did a good job of converging. And a timeout by MHB.
Here's where you see that Stoughton timeout come into play, Brad.
Yeah, that was really curious.
3rd and 13 with a minute left here.
Because MHB was wanting to use a timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah.
A lot of time left here for MHB. There's a minute on the clock. Stoughton has yet to punt, right? They have not punted yet.
They had the one shank over here.
Sorry. They've had a couple punts, yeah.
Yep.
Just forget I said that.
Not even going to try to back out of that one.
I know. You get to the point of the season and you've seen a lot of football and call a lot of games, and
yep.
Got to stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. Actually, what I was going to say is they didn't have many returns, but did have a
that is true.
Good one out of Beekner. Third down and 13, we'll call it the 35-yard line. 1 minute to go until halftime. Quam back to pass. Steps up, he throws deep, looking, and it is intercepted by Tranel. Near side, the 30. Tranel the 40. Far side now. Tranel trying to find a corner. INT number 3 for number 9. And that was a gift.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he just sat back there again and was in great position to take that thing out of there, and he made something out of it this time, Brad. I know you were talking about last interception. He had a little green grass there, and this time he got another 15 yards upfield.
3 interceptions on the night for Tranel. That's 5 on the year. And yeah, finally had an opportunity to return one, and Vikings have great starting field position. 2 timeouts remaining and 60 yards to go to the goal. Helgeson back to pass, setting up the screen near side. That's Elstead. Elstead is met at the 44-yard line and pounded down from there. He was met rudely by Rothy. And MHB has to burn a timeout. First time we've seen that play here tonight. Second down and 6. They'll have one timeout remaining. Of course, trying to get their linemen as lead blockers. 34 seconds to go here. MHB will have the ball to start the second half, and a 10-0 game here, Adam. It just feels like MHB has completely dominated this game, but the scoreboard's what matters.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you mentioned it before. You got to give a lot of credit to Stoughton so far. They're undermanned, a lot of their key guys out. Quarterback, obviously. Backup has thrown 3 interceptions here. This has a hat trick in the first half. 4 interceptions. Man. So, you know, and they're still here. It's still 10-0. So credit to them for a team that's 3-6 with its big guns out, not just throwing in the white towel tonight.
Second down and 6 from the 44-yard line. Here's Helgeson, number 8, back to pass. He's going to run now. Lots of room to run far side. Midfield, Helgeson 45 out of bounds, up inside the 43-yard line. He doesn't run a lot, but he has been very selective and effective running the ball. They will say out of bounds up around the 44-yard line. Getting 12. Stops the clock with 27 seconds to go. My favorite part of the broadcast, Adam, is actually having a clock I can see, because whoever designed this field put the scoreboard on the same side as the press box. Not wise. First down and 10 Vikings. Helgeson gets a low snap. He'll throw right side. Tranel. Tranel sideline, gets out of bounds. Up around the 35-yard line. Stoughton is giving them 5-6 yards, and MHB's taking it. 23 seconds to go.
And just good clock recognition by everyone, starting with that Tranel interception. You went down knowing that he didn't have much more yardage, and it's more precious to keep seconds on that clock and give this offense a chance.
Second down and 3 for MHB. They've got 23 seconds to work with, so they got some time. They've done a good job of managing the clock here so far. Helgeson setting up the screen. He's going to dump it in and overshot Owens, and Stoughton was ready for that. That's been a staple of MHB this year, has been that screen. They have hit some big plays on it, but that one falls incomplete. Third down and 2. I guess closer to 3.
They did have that one sniffed out, and yet the play call works out for them, not wasting too much time, lets you set up again and at a very makeable down and distance here to get that clock stopped on the first down.
19 seconds, clock stopped here. Here's Helgeson again, back to pass the junior. He's going to throw a right side, and that is going to be caught, and a touchdown, Vikings. Ethan Tranel with the touchdown. Just standing on the sideline, and Helgeson hit him, and a big-time play and touchdown right before the half.
Wow, you know, and he just lulled that defender to sleep. A lot of the times you'll see a guy's arms go up to make that play, and Tranel did all the work with his legs to get in front of that.
What a play by Ethan Tranel. He is having himself a playoff game. 36 yards from Helgeson to Tranel with 12 seconds to go. In this first half, they get the ball to start the second half. And finally striking pay dirt after one of those INTs. 4 interceptions for this MHB defense here tonight. And why not show it again? Just put this one on the loop. Helgeson. Yeah, and you said it, Adam. Just kind of lulled the defender to sleep and made a little subtle move to move the defender. Ethan Tranel, touchdown number 7 on the year. He's got more interceptions tonight than touchdown passes, receptions.
That says something. You'd love to see that impact on both sides of the ball and the field goal, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he's accounting for a lot of points
He's
here
definitely
tonight.
our MVP so far.
First half MVP.
Tranel setting up for the extra point try. Lines down, ball down, kick up in the air, and knifes it through. 17-0. Just like that, MHB strikes. As they have done quite a few games this year, they get the ball back. Tremendous time management. And 36-yard touchdown pass from Helgeson to Ethan Tranel. 17-0 here, and not a whole lot of time left here for Stoughton, who has struggled to move the ball. They've played pretty well defensively. MHB has not been the cleanest on the penalty side of things.
Yep.
So hopefully they can get that cleaned up here in the second half. But MHB also getting the ball to start the second half after Stoughton received the opening kickoff here tonight.
You have to appreciate MHB taking advantage of that opportunity. That very easily could have been Stoughton running out the clock after picking up that first down. And then the tide turned. That interception changed everything. We had thought maybe that was the last gasp to go into the locker room with more than a 10-0 lead.
Yep. Yeah, so Stoughton kind of, their strategy backfires on them a little bit. And MHB makes them pay. They have done that. That has kind of been their MO. Tranel will kick off here again. Wind has died down here. There is virtually no breeze here tonight. Here's Tranel with the approach. And he will kick it deep. End over end kick. And picked up at the end zone. Dropped initially. And they're going to say he was over the goal line. So that's a... I don't know if the ball was actually, but...
Yeah. I was curious about that call as well.
Once it does go across the goal line in high school, it's an automatic touchback, but boy, for Stoughton here, Adam, I don't think you try to throw the ball.
No.
This would be the time here they need to take a knee.
This would be a knee.
17-0, complete domination, but just the 3 scores to show for it. Nothing wrong with that, though. And that will be our final play of the half. A 17-0 MHB lead at home, opening round of the WIAA football playoffs. And a really good first half here, Adam. It's unfortunate, right? You want more points out of your offense, but you can't expect any more out of their defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they've made all the plays tonight and put this team in position to pick up its first playoff win since 2018, as we were calculating earlier. You never know that first playoff game, whether you're going to come out with all the energy in the world or be sorting things out. Seems like it's been a little bit of both tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of both. And again, they just played 2 weeks ago, so maybe something with that as well. But a pretty good first half, closing out things with a long touchdown pass to Tranel. 3 interceptions for Tranel on the night as well. 17-0 MHB lead here at the half on Wisco Radio.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School football program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld Youth football program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to mhb-football.com. That's mhb-football.com.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
This Wisco Radio broadcast is sponsored by Samuelson Eye Care. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care to schedule an exam today. Kittleson Landscape. Call today for your free landscaping estimate. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Mark Nortman and Associates, Mount Horeb's 5-star First Weber Realtor. Farmers Savings Bank, your Mount Horeb destination for home, farm, land, or business loans. Mount Horeb Chiropractic, state-of-the-art chiropractic services right here in Mount Horeb. And Norsk Golf Club, Mount Horeb's premier 9-hole golf course.
Welcome back to our Wisco Radio pregame show, joined by Vikings head coach Brett St. Arnold. Brett, playoff time, good to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Yeah, playoff time is always a good time of year.
Well, victorious last week against Stoughton. You guys really played some good football last week. Just talk about wrapping up Seoul Conference Championship and then that game against Portage last week.
Yeah, Portage, I mean, we came out early and did what we needed to do and picked off the first play of the game and went down and scored immediately. Kind of what we wanted to do, what we expected to do. Tried to get our guys out as early as possible, knowing that playoffs are right around the corner. So that was exciting for us to, be able to earn that outright conference championship. But I know I said to Rob this week was you could sense that wasn't enough for the kids. They were excited, of course, but they want more, and that's what this playoffs is about, hoping to make a run.
Well, we talked about the healthier team, and overall, all things considered, you guys are doing really well. You were cautious last week with your leading tailback, Trenton Owens, but then sophomore Owen Primusberger, who's jumped on the scene this year. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown. He's done some nice things. 100-yard rusher last week, 2 touchdowns for the sophomore.
Owen has been showing flashes all year at the JV level, and we knew that given the opportunity, he would take the most of it. And obviously we wanted to rest Trenton just because of, make sure he was ready for playoffs. But Owen gets his chance, and he balls out and does what he needs to do as a player. And I wouldn't expect anything less, from the kid. He's really worked his butt off since the offseason started last year. One of the highest numbers in the weight room as far as a freshman, because he was a freshman at that time, putting up. So it wasn't a shock at all. We always knew that he had big play potential, and he showed it last week.
Well, it's playoff time, and I think at times, players can get tight, coaches can get a little tight. I don't know. This team feels like they just kind of take care of their business week in, week out. How's this week been for you preparation-wise?
Preparation-wise has been fantastic. I mean, they've been focused. They've been doing everything that they need to do in practice. It hasn't been any distraction. Everyone knows what's at hand now, right? It's win or go home, and the boys are taking that seriously, especially our seniors, knowing that this is it. When you get this point in the season, if you don't win, it's over. So they know that now. And practice was fluid this week. The boys' energy was up, and they're really excited about going into the first round of playoffs this year. And I know that we're excited, and the fact that we get to host at our beautiful stadium, I'm just really excited about it.
Well, the Vikings with the 2 seed here and taking on Stoughton. A little interesting here. I know in the past they try to keep conference teams apart from each other first round. That's not the case really anymore. No. You faced Stoughton just 2 weeks ago. You played this team. That can definitely work to advantage, but could also be something that you might be concerned with because you just saw them.
Stoughton's a good program. They've got some really good football players, and we have to make sure that we check every box we need to against them. I know that they're going to come up here ready for a fight. Just because they got a 7 seed doesn't mean they're going to lay down. I mean, there was a time in my career we were a 7 seed, came to an opposing 2 seed and won. So I mean, you have to take that into account that this is postseason and anything can happen, especially if you fall asleep at the wheel. So we make sure that they understand that the seeds are out the window. We don't care about seeds. The fact that we get to host is awesome, but you can't take records. None of that matters anymore. It doesn't matter. Everyone is 0-0, and you have to take it that way. And you have to be purposeful with your practice, purposeful with your preparation, and I think that we've done that. So not taking Stoughton lightly. We know they're a good program, and we know we have to play well.
Well, if the Vikings are victorious tonight, what are the keys that we're going to say, yep, that team played really well tonight?
We have to control the line of scrimmage. They're big up front on both sides of the ball. Empey obviously is their star, containing him on both sides of the football as well. Arguably one of the best defensive linemen in our conference, trying to keep him from causing too much chaos. So if we can control that and control the line of scrimmage and force their hand a little bit, I think that's going to be key for us. Not allowing our guys to get driven downfield, making sure that we are wrapping up and rallying to the football, forcing quick throws out of the quarterback, and just making sure that we, land shark mentality, right? We got to get hats to the football. That's just kind of that's our mantra. That's what we believe in. So if we do those things, we should be just fine.
All right, looking forward to it. Coach St. Arnold, thank you for your time.
Appreciate it, Brad. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right,
thank you.
Head Coach St. Arnold on our Wisco Radio pregame show. Stay tuned for the Vikings and the Vikings right here on Wisco Radio.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
The Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is an organization focused on assisting in the development of youth football players and raising funds for the Mount Horeb Barneveld football program. The mission of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club is to work cooperatively with the Mount Horeb and Barneveld school districts to support the efforts of the Mount Horeb Barneveld High School football program and the Mount Horeb Barneveld youth football program. To learn more about the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club or to find out ways to support the program, head to MHB.
Farmer Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmer Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmer Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmer Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmer Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
MHB Vikings taking on the Stoughton Vikings here tonight in Level 1 WIAA football. playoffs, a 17-0 lead for the homestanding MHB Vikings. They got a late score off another interception out of Stoughton. Interception number 3 for Ethan Tranel here tonight. LJ also collected one, intercepting Quam 4 times here tonight. And 2 of those interceptions resulting in points. MHB led 7-0 after the first quarter, collected 10 more points in that second quarter. They opened up scoring with a 6-play, 27-yard scoring drive. It was a 1-yard touchdown run from Trent Owens. The extra point was good, 7-0 with 5:27 left in that first quarter. MHB would get an interception, Ethan Tranel's second of the night, and the Vikings would get a 25-yard field goal with 2:39 left in the second quarter, making it 10-0. They did a great job of using the clock and their timeouts, and their defense provided interception number 4, giving MHB the ball at their own 40-yard line. Had 60 yards to go, and in just 5 plays, they strike pay dirt. A 36-yard touchdown reception from Ethan Tranel. Extra point was good again. And that is our halftime score. Again, 17-0. Look at the last interception there. And first half stats there, Adam. Complete domination on the old stat categories, but just a 17-point lead.
Yeah, as we talked about a lot, MHB had a lot of promising drives going, and it just kind of ran out of steam between penalties and maybe some missed opportunities there. But I thought that sequence before the half was huge. 10-0, kind of just limping along, not feeling totally comfortable, and you're able to convert that interception into points on short notice. I think that's going to change the tenor of the game here in the second half, the way that Stoughton comes out.
Yeah, just allowing 34 yards on the ground, 11 yards passing, 4 interceptions. It felt like there was more penalties than actually what are showing here, but they came at bad times, especially for the Vikings. Just 4 penalties. Felt like more, but thanks to Nolan Krantz for providing those stats. Always gracious with his time and helping us out. As we had mentioned in that first half, MHB gets the opening kickoff of the second half. And if they could put a scoring drive together to start, that would bode well. I mean, it's a 3-score game right now here for Stoughton. They have not shown they can move the ball. They are undermanned here tonight, so without their starting quarterback, Ty Fernholz, and without their starting running back, Sarbacher. So they've been relying on the sophomore quarterback. He's done some good things with his legs. But intercepted 4 times. And here's the kick, and going to be angling far side. It's going to die at the 20-yard line. Coming near side is LJ. Actually, sorry, that was Owen Primusberger. First time he's touched the ball here tonight. He is electric. That young man, that sophomore. Big time effort last week. 17 rushes, 112 yards, and 2 touchdowns from the sophomore, as he filled in nicely for Trenton Owens, who was on a pitch count last week. They got a big on Portage, and they decided to give him some rest here. First down and 10, called at the 18-yard line. Helgeson and company, it's a handoff. Owens left side, and he matriculates up around the 22-yard line, maybe the 23. And again, Adam, we're just seeing gashing this Stoughton front line.
Yeah, a lot of success. A lot of success running between the tackles tonight. And you love the tenaciousness, too, of Owens. He's always got his feet moving. He's pulling the pile along like he just did on that play more than once or twice tonight.
Second down and 5 or so, we'll call it. He starts left, ends up right, and moving that pile up around the 29-yard line. Going to be a 3rd and short upcoming here, and workman-like effort here out of this MHB offense. Actually, they're going to move the sticks. They're going to say, okay, yep, that makes sense. I forgot they started at the 18-yard line, so a first down would make sense at the 19 or at the 29. So I think it's my first time calling a game, but it's
it's told to be no math.
Yeah. Blaine told me no math tonight. This is year 19 for me. Done a few. Casey Helgeson with the carry. 4 yards on that, second down and 6. Opening drive of this second half, 10:30 to go. A 17-0 MHB lead. The 2 seed looking to put something together here to start this second half. A 2nd and 6, handoff. T.O. bounces to the outside, up inside the 40-yard line, and T.O. has enough for a Vikings very patient first down. A great example. We talked about that earlier. Adam, you made that point, and there it was again, just patience and making the right cut.
Yeah, just really impressive, the coordination on that play too. Had a tight end kind of semi-motioning over there, just give a little bit of extra oomph and create a seal on the outside. And that interior of that line really did a lot of work on that play.
First down and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Handoff up the middle, driving up around the 45 and squirting up on the backside up around the 47. 5 more yards. Yeah, no love lost between these two teams. There's a lot of jawing, especially from the Stoughton deep defenders, pointing and jawing at the MHB offense. But it's been all MHB here tonight. 5 more yards for the junior. Helgeson, delayed handoff, and he is driven back up around the line of scrimmage, maybe losing half a yard. Third down upcoming.
It's one of the rare instances there where Stoughton was able to successfully shoot that run gap and cause some disruption in the backfield.
Losing one, about 3rd and 6 upcoming, and the Vikings may be going jumbo package here. Fullback, extra blocker. Helgeson back to pass. He's going to throw, and it's intercepted. Off the mark on his throw, and Stoughton, they keep hanging around here tonight. The second of the night for Helgeson. Yeah, Casey's come in here, only thrown 4 interceptions on the year, a 19-4 ratio coming into tonight, and he's thrown 2 picks. A nice effort there for the Stoughton defense. They had max protection too.
Yeah, there was something a little bit off throughout that, whether that was he was throwing to a point, and Tyler Buechner was not there. Miscommunication between the two of them.
Quam, delayed handoff, and a lot of miscommunication there. And all the way back to the 41-yard line.
You know, sometimes in these games like this, Brad, things are a little herky-jerky, and the opponent's not really doing a whole lot. Just have a real tendency to not be playing your best football.
2nd down and 14. Quam's going to throw to the right side, has a receiver in the flats and trying to break down, gets sideline up around and out of bounds near the 44-yard line, they'll say, out of bounds. So a 3rd and 11 coming up.
When you're licking your chops if you're the MHB secondary, and a clear passing down like this on 3rd and 11, the way that they've been able to stack bodies up there and just be in great position when this ball is being put up in the air tonight by the sophomore QB.
Yeah, and Zach McGuire had a chance at an interception early in the game. That could have been number 5, but he has struggled throwing the ball over the middle for sure here tonight. A 3rd down and 11. Likely another passing situation. Vikings probably just rushed 3 again with 8 in the secondary. Quam's going to run to his left, and he is buried by Elijah Krantz. No chance for the sophomore. Krantz buries him at the 33-yard line. That's what nightmares are made of.
You've seen that happen more than once tonight. Krantz just taking a beeline toward the quarterback. I thought it was a really interesting play call in a situation like that with a guy who's struggling to roll him.
Yeah, he's going to learn you just throw that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, if that's not there. There was great coverage on the play in the back end.
He has lost that matchup all night long. 1-on-1, and Krantz just buried him, losing 8, and a timeout is called again by Stoughton on a 4th down and 19. It's the second time they've done that here tonight. The Land Sharks circling here tonight. Broadcast brought to you in part by Kittleson Landscape Incorporated, First Weber Realtors, Mark Nortman, and also Farmers Savings Bank. Many locations around southwest Wisconsin. South Central to southwest, I guess. We're more south central, apparently.
We're gonna get into splitting hairs geographically here. You know.
I don't want anybody writing bad letters to us because we did them wrong geographically. You can do it for other things, but
there's plenty of other material.
Yeah. Stoughton punting again. I know they have punted before. Here's the snap, and a decent end over end. Beekner to the far side, 35. Beekner trying to survey up to the 40. Beekner makes a cut near side up around midfield, and good starting field position once again as that MHB defense holds Stoughton to a 3-and-out, and they've got about 52 yards to go.
Just a really well executed return there by Tyler Beekner. Gave a little punch step to get that first defender off of him and picked up a good 15 yards.
Surveys, takes a look at the punt team there, and a nice little return for Beekner. First down and 10 at their own 48-yard line, trying to tack on to this 17-0 lead. Helgeson back to pass, pump fakes, he throws right side looking for Tranel. Tranel, sideline catch again. A nifty little veteran move as he escorts the defender from his line of sight, and he collects it up around the 24-yard line.
You know, you gotta like your chances with that guy downfield in one-on-one coverage, that he's gonna make the smart play.
The double move. And actually, Tranel really didn't have much to do with that. Ball on the ground. Helgeson's going to run near side. And ball's out. Fumble. Picked up. Touchdown, Vikings. He scored, and the ball squirted out. Austin Leibfried picked it up, folks, on the fumble. And the big man scores from 24 yards out. Have yourself some fun there, big man.
That looked way too natural. I don't know what you thought there, but he's getting a lot of congratulations from his teammates.
Well, let's digest this play, shall we? Let's just let it watch. We'll just watch. Fumble one, picked up. Unbelievable.
Picked up clean. He's like, I'm not gonna fall on the ball here. I'm taking this thing in.
To the house for Leibfried. The Vikings are having fun here. That extra point is blocked. All right, roll the tape. Yeah, you're not going to see this play ever again. .5:21 to go here, third quarter. MHB likes to get everyone's money's worth on their game nights. I've had a hard time getting running clock on teams. You see it here tonight, right?
Yeah,
Complete domination, leading by 23.
These fans are just appreciative that it's 63 degrees out
Yes.
or whatever it is tonight instead of 38 like it very well could be.
Absolutely. Basically nullifies any gain. First down and 10, repeat. Here's Primusberger. Going to cut up after starting wide right and gets a modest gain on first down. Second and 9 up around the 49-yard line at 23-0. MHB lead the 2 seed, looking to advance to level 2 of the playoffs. Other side of the bracket is McFarland or West Bend East. If the Vikings can hold on here and stay true to the 2 seed. Second down and 9. Helgeson back to pass. He's going to throw, has Tranel across the middle, and Tranel up around the 25-yard line. Really good time out of the offensive line. Helgeson stood in there, threw a dart to Tranel. And they're going to place it right at the 25.
That guy's just been everywhere tonight making plays. That was him amid 3 white shirts. Just a well-executed toss and catch. 24
more yards for Tranel here. The Vikings are threatening once again. Helgeson with Trenton Owen, starts middle, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Got some scores there, Adam?
I do. Not that we're already looking ahead into next week,
It's
but
okay.
we're
We can,
looking ahead to next
week. We
week.
can announce scores.
We've got, after 3, West Bend 21, West Bend East 21, McFarland 7. It's my big one for you of next week's potential matchup.
All right. Was expecting more, but I guess 1 is what we get. So I thought you had all these sources, people probably just constantly texting you scores, but nope, just the 1.
That was my own research, my own independent research.
Second down and 10. Helgeson's going to throw in the flat to Tranel. Tranel taking on defender up inside the 12-yard line. And that should be enough for an MHB first down. Boy, they're making it look easy, giving Tranel so much room to work there. And ball's going to be at the 13-yard line. First down and 10. Vikings trying to maybe throw the knockout punch here in this third quarter. Owens starts the middle. He's going to drive up inside the 10-yard line. He's driven back, but not before another big gain. That was Richter and company stopping the junior. About 3 yards on that. Second down and 7.
Owens in that running game have just been really productive tonight. And remember the 1 lost yardage play, and that was about it. They're getting a good crack every time.
Yep. Lots of positive yards. They've stayed with it. Second down and 7 for Helgeson. Back to pass. He's going to roll to his right. Surveys. Helgeson's going to run now. Sideline. Helgeson dives inside the 5-yard line. Actually, he's inside the 1-yard line. And it's going to be first and goal, Vikings.
He really wanted that one. I thought he had it for a second. Just great recognition. He didn't have a lot of clean options there. Made up his mind. Was decisive about that.
Vikings go hurry up. Helgeson handoff. Trenton Owens. Touchdown, Vikings. His second 1-yard touchdown of the night. And the Vikings score. 2:20 left in this third quarter. Eight plays, back-to-back touchdowns for the Vikings, 50 yards again. They've had a lot of short fields here tonight. Here's Tranel on for the extra point try. Lines are down, ball down. Kick up in the air, the hold by Rick, and it's good. 30-0. Vikings extend their lead in this third quarter. 8 plays, 50 yards. Here's a look at that nice run by Helgeson to set him up at 1st and goal from the 1. He was reaching for that goal line. Boy, he was close. Our pylon cam is not working tonight. Yep. It's out of commission.
Bummer.
Yep.
That would have come in really handy there.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, there you go.
There was a challenge to Cam and Blaine out in the truck. It's actually a trailer, so, but pretty fancy. pretty fancy. So maybe the pylon cam next week. Otherwise, I'm not doing this. Adam definitely is not.
We have standards here.
Yes.
Boy, this is, just what you're looking for coming out of half, isn't it, Brad? Take a game that had been kind of sleepy.
Yep.
And just put the hammer down on a Stoughton team that had just been hanging around a little bit uncomfortably.
Yep, scored twice in this third quarter. Still 2:20 left here. It'd be nice to get that 35-point lead. Maybe a defensive score would round out the night. They've scored 2 of their 3 possessions in the second half. Here's Tranel again, and he will squib it a bit in the middle. And going to bypass one up man, far side now, the 20. And sideline, and that's where that will stop for Margie. Helping us stay on the air all season long, Mount Horeb Utilities. Appreciate all you do. Norsk Golf Club, they've been with us a long time. Sure they got the game on out there. A 30-0 MHB lead over visiting Stoughton, who made the playoffs. 3-6 overall, 3-4 in conference play. It does make you scratch your head a little bit that a team like this can find their way into the postseason. But they did. Run up the middle for Cooksey. And get it around the 29-yard line, gaining 6. Here's Quan, that sophomore quarterback. And he's going to fake the run and going to now roll to his right, and then he zips that one out of bounds. So maybe they've had some teaching moments with this young man. Don't take on those dynamic linebackers one-on-one. You will not win. Throw the ball away and live to throw another down.
He learned that time. He must have been listening to your advice.
Well, I'm guessing the coaches had a lot to do with that. After the last series where Krantz made an implant in the ground with number 23. 30-0. 90 seconds left here. 98 seconds left in this third quarter. A 3rd and 5 for Stoughton. Back to pass. He throws middle. Flag came in, caught up around the 40-yard line, getting up to the 45-yard line, and a flag came in. It's going to be holding. The officials do not like cheating tonight. And that was Stoughton's best play of the night.
I was going to say, that's
nice little throw in stride here. We'll see another man in his face, and
sophomore to sophomore, Jay Johnson on that reception.
Johnson went up top to get it, but nullifies a big gain, and they're going to march him all the way back to the 13-yard line, losing 16. Holy cow.
Ouch.
Now it's 3rd and 21. Still a third quarter here, a 30-0 lead. I'll take a defensive score here to get the clock rolling.
It's on your bingo card tonight.
I don't ask for much.
Yeah.
Now, was the offensive tackle touchdown on your bingo card tonight?
I did not have that one.
You didn't have that one?
No.
That should be just a gimme. Free space for everyone on that one. 3rd down and 21. Quam pump fakes. He's going to throw middle, and it's disjointed and high and incomplete. Looked like he was going to possibly be sacked, but 4th and 21. The Stoughton team had him 3-6 overall, and they found their way into the playoffs. Both Portage and Stoughton with losing records making it into the playoffs.
You know, I remember, because I'm old, I remember back in the day when it was first and second place teams from a conference only who made the postseason.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like it in high school football that they expanded playoffs, because this becomes a really long, grueling season when you don't have any chance anymore.
Exactly.
But
it's blocked. Ball on the ground and recovered. Doesn't really matter, but the Vikings have it. There's our special teams play. And let's see if these Vikings can punch it in.
You called it. You were looking for a big special teams play.
Let's see if we got a replay on that. Right up the middle. Mason Weaver coming off the edge. The Demolition Man. I don't know if that's his real nickname, but we're going to go with it. He wrecks a lot of plays.
Yeah, you see how disruptive he is on defense, and there he comes through with a big special teams play.
Here's Helgeson and company going for the gut punch here. End zone.
Oh, does he get a market?
Touchdown! Yes. Ethan Tranel does it again.
Ethan Tranel, have a game.
Yeah, for a high school athlete to have a game like his tonight, you're talking, this isn't happening across the state.
No.
3 interceptions, 2 touchdown receptions. Phenomenal.
A field goal.
A field goal, you're right, yeah. Pretty much everything.
Throwing a few touchbacks.
Here's the kick, and it is good. We have running clock here in Mount Horeb. 37-0. The Vikings dominating the second half. 20 points in the second half. And let's take a look at this touchdown throw and catch. A beautiful throw. And Tranel in the corner secures it through the catch. Phenomenal, phenomenal catch.
I mean, this is excellent coverage. He's up on him. He's got a hand up
What
in his
a
face,
throw.
trying to distract him. Just such concentration. Great throw, great catch.
One play off the block punt from Mason Weaver. Ethan Tranel, our level 1 MVP. He's done it all here tonight, just making plays. And this is a young man who actually came out for football late last year.
Yeah.
Think about that, and he's just had a great year. Been a great addition to this team. Plays both ways. He's a dynamic kicker, and it's great to see him having himself a great night. 2 touchdown receptions on the night for Ethan Tranel. That gives him touchdowns 7 and 8.
Yeah, kid who really made his name is an up-and-coming hockey player, and then you saw him on the football field last year. Brad, I remember in the postseason game here when Coach St. Arnold went to him on a 4th down.
Yep.
That told me a lot about what kind of playmaker he is. A young kid who's just out, and you're targeting you. You're seeing that talent come to fruition tonight.
And I'm guessing Stoughton will not do anything in this situation. Turn the ball to the 4th quarter. 37-0, 20 points here in this second half, and they have looked like the team on the scoreboard that we saw in the first half, and making some plays defensively, special teams, offense. Phenomenal second half so far.
Absolutely, and boy, you know, there's going to be some kinks to work out sometimes in the postseason, but what a way to get yourself rolling into level 2.
20 points in the third quarter for MHB. Running clock, 37-0 over Stoughton in this level 1 matchup. The Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Do you have a home in the Mount Horeb area that you want to sell? Well, we have a solution for you. First Weber of Mount Horeb is your hometown realtor and is committed to finding you the perfect home. In town or in the country, Mark Nortman and his team will help you find the property of your dreams. Do you or a friend have a home or property that you need listed? Well, call us. We have motivated buyers for these properties. For the exposure and experience you need, call Mark Nortman at 575-3393 or visit them online today at firstweber.com. First Weber of Mount Horeb, your hometown realtor.
And welcome back to Mount Horeb High School. Just when we're having some fun, MHB has to call a timeout after the quarter change. So I think they're just playing with me now. They know I've been asking for this for weeks. And they're like, we're going to make you wait a little bit longer. 37-0. Again, a special shout out to our very own MHB Gridiron Club for sponsoring tonight's, helping make this broadcast free for you all. Really appreciate that. They've been a great partner with us for a long, long time. Year number 10 of Wisco Radio, Adam.
Wow.
Year number 10.
It's been a decade. I remember when this operation started, and it was just such an exciting concept, and obviously started at a lot lower level, and it's just been built up through the years. Every year there's more and more progress, right until tonight when they had me on as color commentator.
Exactly, yeah. Yep, one and done. So first and 10 play, going deep, and nothing there. Yeah, I guarantee in year one, I don't think you had any replays, didn't have video.
Right.
It was just the guys, you know, having fun, calling some games. Got to see their Vikings secure a state championship in basketball.
Yeah, I was thinking back to those times, and we really came on air at an awesome time in Mount Horeb and MHB sports. That football team was rolling. Had a state semifinal appearance pretty early on in the Wisco tenure.
Penalty on the play, first down and 10 at the 37-yard line. A lot of clean jerseys out there, as Stoughton will keep things on the ground, and a flag comes in. Okay. That was probably too blatant to ignore, so unfortunately they had to whip him out.
A little high on that tackle.
On that play. So the nice thing with the running clock in this fourth quarter is even if Stoughton were to get the margin down below 35 points, the clock's still going to continue running. So pretty much I think the full JV defense out there now for MHB. Stoughton's starting offense is still out there. Quam will throw on the flat, near side, and going to be caught. Making a move at the 40 sideline, 30-yard line. 37-0. Clock should be rolling here. Yes, it continues to roll here with 10 minutes to go.
You know those starters want to keep that 0 on the scoreboard, don't they?
They sure do. And Stoughton has elected to keep their starting offense in. They just keep throwing the ball in the flat here, this time to the left side, and not as much running room that time for Margie. Yeah, this MHB defense, they are not flashy, but they are really, really good. Holding teams to under 19 points per contest on the year. And pitching a shutout here. Regardless of what the ending score is, the starting defense did their part. They held Stoughton to 14 points 2 weeks ago and blanked them here tonight. Nice job by the secondary that time. Owen Ashelman getting the hit. They gained 2, 3rd down and 3. It's always interesting when the JV guys come on. It's just a much faster product than what they're used to at the JV level. 3rd down and 3. And the throw again to the left side flats, and that's Margie making a man miss. Far side, sideline, and escorted out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. 37-0, 20 points in the second half. Actually, all in the third quarter for MHB. They left no doubt after 3 quarters.
Great experience for these young kids getting out of the field in a playoff game, and like you said, getting a chance to play against some starters for Stoughton and see how they match up.
And Stoughton just kind of picking on them a little bit on these throws in the flat. Tough to defend. 1st down and 10 for Stoughton at the 20-yard line. Handoff right side, the 15, 10, 5, and touchdown Stoughton. That'll make them feel better. (37-6). Extra point upcoming. And Stoughton still struggles to get their special teams units. Kick is up and it's good. 37-7 is our new score. 7:39 to go here, third quarter. Here's a run. Right side, a lot of running room there, but again, that starting offensive line pretty good for Stoughton going against the JV for Mount Horeb. Touchdown run by Suda at the 7:34 mark. 6 plays. (77 yards on the drive. We will have running clock continuing. 37-7. We're getting ripped on by the Mount Horeb basketball coaching staff there, Adam. So, and anyway, you are. You might want to check your text messages. Here's the kick, far side, picked up at the 10, near side 15. Now the 20, 25, and up around the 32-yard line. Clay Utt. Gee, that might have been Ashelman. 19. Clock running here, 7:17 to go. Fourth quarter. First down and 10. Our head coach is ribbon, Adam Mertz, Coach Nessheim. He's right, though. I mean, the truth hurts when, you know, this one and done deal. It was kind of like a tryout here tonight.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't presented me as such.
It was not, but it's, you know, if you knew that coming in, you'd probably perform differently. So we want to make sure we get the true true Adam Ertz here tonight. Really appreciate the time. It's been a while since we've worked together.
Yeah.
And pretty fun to do a football game in this environment.
Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate the invitation to be up here, be a part of the start of what we imagine will be a long playoff run.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
We've had the opportunity to do some fun events together in the past, including the Steel Lumberjack Championships down at
Who
Crowell
else
Park
can
a few
talk
years
about
ago.
misery whips and the hot saw? I mean, who else? No one, right? No
exactly.
one. Here's a pass, and it is intercepted. And that was Brooks Hendrickson, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Who threw that INT. And Stoughton rolls out their starting offense once again with 5:21 to go. Might be time to shut her down, but you know what? They're trying to make the scoreboard look better.
Yeah.
Here's a run near side, and a flag came in again, which is fine, running clock. I don't mind it now. Keep it rolling. And another hold on Stoughton, this time on the MHB JV defense. Ball goes back to the 48-yard line, losing 13. First and 23. Stoughton flagged again for holding. That is something we saw a lot here. Three-man front again for the Vikings. Run up the middle, and not much there. And some extra curricular there. Varsity versus JV. Eli Aarons got pancaked. And a little bit too much after the whistle. Just a gain of 2. First down and 21. A lot of frustration here for Stoughton. Shorthanded here tonight, but they came in 3-6 overall. So this team was not necessarily knocking the doors off anybody here this year anyway.
No, absolutely not. And, you know, as we discussed, MHB had a little bit of trouble getting moving early in this game, but took advantage of their just enough opportunities in the first half to create some separation.
First down and 36. Not something you'll probably hear again. So that fills out Adam's bingo card here tonight. Offensive tackle, touchdown, and first and 36. That's a bingo.
And misery whip.
4-yard gain. Second 32. 2:49 rolling. It's been a big second half for MHB, and they're going to move on to level 2. First playoff win in 4 years for the Vikings. They were upset last year. Stoughton calls a timeout. And I think, yep, they're going to bring in their JV offense. So a chance for their fans to salute their seniors, I suppose. 2:39 left here, yep. You see an embrace there from coach to player. $2:39 to go here. A 3rd and 31 coming up.
Brad, that's what I always ask for is a JV offense. Can you wait and put me in when it's 3rd and 31? Just see what I can do.
That was a timeout by Stoughton to get their JV out there.
Do have a final score that'll set up next week's matchup. That would be West Bend East 21, McFarland 7.
All right, so right back here next week versus West Bend East, a unfamiliar foe, as they knock down McFarland, who the Vikings faced in week 1 this year and defeated as well. Gain of 10, 4th and 21-ish. 2:13 rolling here, a big time victory out of the 2-seeded MHB Vikings. Stoughton looking like they might elect a punt here, and it can be kneel down for MHB. A lot of pressure up the middle. It's a high punt, and it's going to take a modest Stoughton roll. 1:52 left here, and the Vikings can celebrate, knocking off Badger Conference foe Stoughton here tonight. And moving on to level 2.
How do you feel tonight? You after seeing this game, you feeling a little bit more encouraged, less encouraged? Anything that you're kind of looking at as the Vikings try to make a dent in the playoffs here?
I think the same, Adam. Honestly, this team hasn't varied much. There's always things to clean up. These are high school athletes. But you know that you still dropped 37 points. Could have had 2 or 3 more scores. The way their defense plays, though, bodes really well for making a run in the playoffs. Their offense has a ton of playmakers. I've been saying this for weeks. This is going to be a tough team to beat. And I think we saw that here tonight, right? Yep. They didn't play their best game, but they're going to go away here winning pretty easily. And hopefully everyone stays healthy, and I think they've got a shot. They've got a shot to continue this.
Yeah, when you have this many guys on both sides of the ball who are playmakers, there's something to be said about that. And really just I like the poise tonight out of this team, even when things weren't going well. You didn't see the frustration. They tried to play within themselves and were able to put enough big plays together there to break this thing open.
And handshakes going on as MHB moves on. And they left no doubt in that third quarter, scoring 20 points and dropping 37 total on Stoughton, who gets a late touchdown to get on the board. And this one did go as expected.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we were looking for coming in. As you mentioned, with Stoughton undermanned, that kind of took the suspense out of this game. It was just a matter of seeing how it would unfold. And MHB came in and took care of business tonight, as you said, really piling it on there in the third quarter.
Well, I wonder also if MHB didn't want to put maybe a whole lot on tape here tonight, as they potentially, they didn't know this, they don't know it yet, but we know, playing an unfamiliar foe next week. So we'll take a break and come back and wrap things up here from Viking Stadium as MHB victorious 37-7, the Vikings on Wisco Radio.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
And welcome back to Viking Stadium. The Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings victorious over Stoughton tonight, 37-7. Adam, a complete domination in this third quarter, and they have to feel good about where they're at here after week 1.
Absolutely. You get through that game clean, it looked like, and really get some some key performances from your playmakers. That Ethan Tranel, player of the
night
tonight. He just really took this game over. It was fun to watch, and we got to see an Austin Leibfried touchdown. I think that's it's really hard to compete with what Tranel did tonight, but seeing the big man rumble in for a score was a memory I'll take with me.
Yeah, some fun things here tonight. Ethan Tranel, 3 interceptions, 2 touchdown receptions. And you mentioned the amazing fumble touchdown that Austin Leibfried will remember forever. We had a similar play last year with Keenan Primusburg, I remember. So a fun one, the left tackle getting in on the scoring.
Absolutely, and it's exciting to be in the first leg of this journey, and I'm really eager to see what this team can do against West Bend East next week. As you mentioned, unfamiliar opponent, come in and really shake things up against a team like that. As you mentioned, maybe not showing everything tonight that's in your arsenal.
Yeah, rolling through some highlights here tonight. We just saw Elijah Krantz welcoming Quam to the Viking Stadium. An INT here. Here's Tranel. Big night for Ethan Tranel. Here's a big throw to LJ down the seam. He got involved.
Such a huge play to get that offense going late in the first half.
Then had an INT right after that as well on the next possession for Stoughton. More defensive highlights here. Big time performance here, a fun night. There's a blocked punt and another touchdown here for Tranel. A fun night to be a Mount Horeb Barneveld Viking. 37-7 winners here tonight. Week 1, they take on West Bend East. Next week right here, we'll have all the coverage on Wisco Radio. Adam, I want to thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always, and great to see you.
Great to be here. It's a real honor to be on Wisco Radio. I'll be looking forward to watching and listening next week.
Want to thank Jack Goodwin, Will Imbus on the cameras, Blaine Bestel and Cam Cameron out in the trailer. Of course, Adam Mertz. Want to thank the Mount Horeb Barneveld Gridiron Club as well. I'm Brad Richardson. Want to thank you for listening tonight. It's been a broadcast of Wisco Radio. Vikings victorious 37-7.
Samuelson Eye Care. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care to schedule an exam today. Kittleson Landscape. Call today for your free landscaping estimate. Mount Horeb Utilities, providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb. Mark Nortman and Associates, Mount Horeb's 5-star First Weber Realtor. Farmers Savings Bank, your Mount Horeb destination for home, farm, land, or business loans. Mount Horeb Chiropractic, state-of-the-art chiropractic services right here in Mount Horeb. And Norsk Golf Club, Mount Horeb's premier 9-hole golf course.